Okay, just for a second, close your eyes. Picture this idea of, total freedom. You
Hmm.
walk into your own space, you lock the world out, and suddenly everything is just yours.
It's a powerful fantasy, isn't it?
It is. It's the ability to have complete silence if you want it, or music so loud it shakes the whole building.
And no one to argue with over the heating.
Exactly. No one's passive-aggressive pile of dishes in the sink.
That's the romantic ideal, yeah.
Yeah.
The ultimate personal sovereignty.
Wow.
But that same silence can get very loud very quickly.
That's the upside.
It is. It reveals a kind of hidden intimidation.
Uh-huh.
Because for every bit of freedom you gain, you're also stripping away a layer of what I'd call protective social friction.
Ah.
You're suddenly on the fast track to confronting yourself. I mean, your habits, your avoidance tactics.
All of it. Even those late-night existential spirals.
And there's no one there to interrupt the cycle. No built-in distraction.
Exactly. The whole idea of living alone is so romanticized, but it's also, I think, profoundly intimidating.
Which tells you right away that it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
Right.
It takes a really specific set of internal resources to make that leap from the fantasy to a sustainable reality.
And that's really the core of what we're getting into today.
It is. Living solo isn't just about money or logistics. It's a huge act of self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
We're sort of combining ideas from emotional intelligence, self-determination theory.
All these different psychological frameworks.
Let's build an internal measurement, a
Yeah.
way to gauge your readiness for that solo life.
So our mission here is to help you assess that readiness, not just for the freedom that comes with having your own key.
But for the intense responsibility.
Right. The responsibility of being your own sole source of management and emotional support.
Yeah, and to do that, we're looking at 12 key factors. And for this to really work for you, the listener, you have to be honest.
This is like a personal pre-lease audit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for each of these 12 metrics, we want you to score yourself from 1, meaning you're struggling with it, up to 3, meaning you're thriving.
Okay, so that gives a maximum score of 36.
Perfect. Let's start unpacking this.
Let's do it. First up are the psychological essentials, the real tension points.
We have to begin with emotional regulation and just solitude itself.
This feels huge.
It's critical. How do you handle being by yourself for long stretches of time? Are you good at self-soothing?
Or do you immediately reach for your phone?
Right. When difficult emotions pop up, stress, sadness, big life change, what is your coping mechanism?
Is it internal or external?
That's the key question. If you always rely on someone else to help you sort through what you're feeling, living alone can become overwhelming because that immediate validator is just gone.
And it's not just about feeling lonely, is it?
Not at all. It's about that shift from needing external validation to developing your own internal processing.
Can you identify, validate, and work through distress on your own before you call for help?
Because if the answer is no, every tough emotion gets amplified tenfold when you're by yourself.
Wow. Okay, that connects directly to the second metric.
It does. Routine and structure.
We always frame this as, are you tidy?
Right. Do you do the dishes? But psychologically, it's so much more. It's about a core human need for competence.
The feeling that you can effectively manage your own environment.
Exactly. I hadn't thought of it that way. That structure is a foundation, not just a chore list.
But when you're your only accountability partner, that's what it becomes, a reliable foundation.
So the question is, do you love having a set routine? Does it help you stay on track? Or do you kind of struggle to stick to one? Do things slip?
When you live with other people, their presence alone creates friction that forces certain routines.
You get ready for work at the same time, you clean the kitchen because it's a shared space.
And when that friction disappears, all of that cognitive load is now entirely on you.
And if you struggle with that, you start to undermine that feeling of competence, and that's where anxiety can creep in.
Okay, and the last one in this first section, money, financial autonomy.
Ah, yes. Avoiding money is such a classic stress response.
Yeah. So how confident are you managing it? Are you someone who tracks expenses and sticks to a budget?
Or is your strategy to just not think about it because it's too stressful?
Because living alone doesn't just increase your expenses.
It removes that safety net. There's no one to remind you the utility bill is due or to split an unexpected cost.
Independence here means being proactive, not just reacting when the bill is overdue.
Exactly. Now, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
We move beyond basic management and into the deeper stuff. Resilience. Social calibration.
So what happens when your perfectly controlled little world gets hit by a curveball?
Yes. Resilience is absolutely non-negotiable for living alone. How do you recover when change throws you off?
Like a burst pipe or a broken
A
fridge?
sudden tax bill you didn't see coming? Do you adapt calmly and start problem solving? Or does that kind of surprise send you into a panic?
True independence means you can be your own crisis manager.
And that leads right into this idea of control over your space.
For some people, that is everything.
Mhm.
Having complete, non-negotiable control is a deep psychological comfort.
Everything has to be just so.
But for others, functionality is enough. They're more adaptable.
And knowing which one you are is key. If you need that total sovereignty, living alone will satisfy a core need for you.
But if you're flexible, maybe compromising with roommates down the line isn't such a big deal.
Then we have to look at the other side. Social interdependence.
Hmm.
How much connection do you actually need?
Right.
Do you thrive in small, intimate groups? Do you make friends easily? Or do you tend to isolate yourself even when you know you probably shouldn't?
Living alone gives you maximum autonomy, but it directly challenges that need for connection.
You have to actively go out and build your social life. It won't just happen anymore.
But can't that kind of high independence sometimes backfire? Make us keep our problems to ourselves?
It's a huge risk. The question becomes, are you good at setting boundaries and making time for self-care? Or do you struggle to prioritize yourself?
Because when you live alone, ignoring your own needs is the fastest way to burn out.
You have to avoid that echo chamber effect.
Okay, last one here. Self-motivation.
How do you approach your goals? Are you a self-starter who just gets things done? Or do you need external deadlines, reminders from other people to stay focused?
Because if you struggle with discipline, you lose that external structure that roommates or family can provide. Your long-term goals can just drift away.
So, what does it all mean?
Right. After you've gone through these 12 factors, or rated yourself from 1 to 3, you have a total score out of 36. Let's break down what those numbers might tell you.
Let's start at the top. The high scores. Anyone hitting 28 to 36 points.
This means you're pretty much ready to thrive.
Yes. This score reflects some profound emotional resilience, real self-discipline, and a deep sense of independence.
It's a sign of real emotional maturity, a well-developed sense of who you are.
Psychologically, this solo phase can be so powerful, especially for people in their 20s or early 30s. It gives you the space to figure out your identity without the constant need to compromise.
You're using solitude not as a retreat, but as a laboratory for self-discovery.
Exactly. Okay, now for the mid-range. That's 19 to 27 points. Our advice here is, think about it some more.
So you have strengths, for sure. You're emotionally aware. You want to grow.
But there are probably some small gaps in your structure, maybe in your support systems.
And when you're your only accountability partner, those small gaps can turn into huge chasms really fast.
This is where we have to talk about the concept of scaffolding.
Scaffolding support systems, I like that.
Living alone isn't about total isolation. It's about being independent with the right support structure, the right scaffolding.
So for people in this range, you need to actively outsource the functions you struggle with.
And be specific and actionable about it. Automate your bill payments. Schedule a mandatory weekly check-in with a friend who knows your goals.
Maybe even consider outsourcing big cleaning jobs to reduce that invisible labor load.
These external structures are what will make your independence resilient and sustainable.
Okay, now let's talk about the lower scores. 10 to 18 points.
For this group, solo living might not be right for you, at least not right now.
If your score is in this range, you probably struggle with emotional regulation, you have high anxiety around change, you avoid household tasks.
Or you really need that external motivation to get things done.
And it's so important here to validate communal living.
Absolutely. For so many people, especially extroverts, you draw energy from social interaction. You need to feel highly connected to thrive.
And choosing to live with others isn't a sign of failure or a lack of independence.
Not at all. It's about recognizing and honoring your own unique emotional and social needs. Sharing that mental load can be a huge relief.
Which brings us to the lowest scores, from 0 to 9 points.
Here, the advice is pretty clear. It's genuinely best to stay where you are or find a reliable roommate situation.
The practical benefits of sharing a space are just crucial.
It's easier to juggle bills, split chores. Having someone else around just makes tackling tough tasks more manageable. It's a support for your basic mental health.
So really, this whole assessment, it isn't a test you can pass or fail.
No, it's just a psychological snapshot. It's a picture of your current season showing how you handle solitude and independence right now.
And life is all about seasons, right? Some call for you to stand on your own and really learn about yourself.
And others ask for partners or family or roommates for that comfort and shared load.
What matters most is just honoring where you are in your own growth and making a choice that feels true to you.
That's it. That's the whole point.
Let me leave you with one final thought to reflect on. If independence isn't actually about total isolation, but it's about having the right psychological and emotional scaffolding in place,
Hmm.
what specific support structures, mental, emotional, or physical, do you need to start building today to make you feel completely secure, regardless of whether you live alone tomorrow? That's your next deep dive.